Hey YouTube, welcome back to Everyday Journey. You see all this stuff that I've got here? This is for my new lathe, or new to me lathe. And the problem I've got is I don't have a place to put it all. The lathe itself has a bit of storage underneath, and that works great for some of the stuff. But it's not really very good if you want to quickly get to something, quickly use something, because you basically have to stuff it all in there. So I need to make some storage for this thing. As you can see, well, as you might be able to see, on either side here, we've actually got two storage compartments that have two shelves to them. And like I said, that's good, except for the fact that everything's all down there and you can't really get to it. You can't really do anything quickly. So the easiest thing I can do is put some shelves up here. And luckily I've got a block wall here, so it should be able to hold plenty of weight. Although I'm going to try to put things like the chucks, things like that, down in the bottom so that the weight's actually supported down there. And then just put all the tools, drills, things like that, all up here where they're within reach. So the only thing I do have an issue with, and part of the reason why I think I want to take this off, is this right here. It folds down, it does block everything, keeps the chips from coming out at you and things like that, but it's really not doing that much good. And it limits what I can do as far as shelves all the way across here. And I'm most likely going to have a second one right above it, and that way I can put the lighter stuff up top. All right, we're going to make this simple. I'm going to use some pre-made brackets. You get these at any big box stores. These are for closets. Typically you'd hang a rod right here so you can put your clothes on it, clothes hangers. Anyway, this is a little wider than what I need, but I think I can just double up the board that I have to use it full length. But I'm going to have 6 of these. I got 6 of them total. But on the lower ones, because I'm afraid they might get in the way and I wouldn't use it anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. So 3 of them I'm going to cut this hook part off, and the other 2 that are up top the other 3 that are up top for the other shelf, we'll have it on there. And if I need to, I can cut it off later. Maybe I can find a use for it, but it won't be in the way there. So. Alright, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to take one bracket over here. I'm going to go ahead and drill through. That way I can mark my bottom hole. And then I'm going to go ahead and drill and mark the top hole. And then I'm going to put the board up here. That way I can put my other bracket up and check it for level at the same time, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to check for level. Once these things are mounted, that's just going to be the way it is. So I'm going to go ahead and drill this real quick, and then we'll work on the rest. I'm just kind of putting it up here temporary, and we'll actually tighten everything down after I get the shelves put together. Alright, so now they're both in. Still got to put another one in the center. That's not going to be an easy task. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and measure the center of this board. Go ahead and screw that one on there, at least one screw anyway, and then put the shelf down in place and reach through and mark the holes, and then go ahead and do it. I may have to undo this back so I can pull it forward enough so that I can actually put those holes in, because this is not a 90-degree, it's not an angle drill, and I don't know if I got enough room. So we'll make it work. As is, this thing it's sturdy, but it's not as sturdy as I want it to be, so I do want a center support in there. Well, can you spot the problem? Works out fine on the sides because it's actually outside of the lathe, but this middle one here, the bracket hits, so there's no way I can get this low enough. So I can either modify the bracket, or I think the easier thing to do is try to scoot this lathe out a little bit. Not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll get back to this. It'll probably give me a little bit more room too to mount that, so it'll work out in my favor. To make it easier to pull it out, I actually just used these clamps. These are Bessie clamps, and they both work as a clamp and a spreader. So I used it as a spreader. Put this end up against the wall. Luckily, it's a brick wall, and then put this one against the base of the lathe. I actually did it as close to the floor as I could because I wanted to make sure that I had everything just scooting it, not trying to tip it over. So that worked. Now it's about 15.5 inches away from the wall on each side. As you can see, I've already mounted this in. Now I still had the issue with the fact that my drill did not fit in there. So what I ended up doing was I took the masonry bit and I cut about an inch off the back of it. So that allowed me enough room to be able to get in there and do it. So I got that mounted in. I've got this bracket and this bracket both screwed to the wood. So I just have this one here to do that. So 2 screws and this will be done. And then I get to work on the top one. Alright, now that's nice and sturdy. So the top one will be just the same. The only difference will be is that it won't have it'll have the hooks on the front of it. And again, I don't know if I need that or not. Just put it on there just for the heck of it. It's going to be high enough up, it shouldn't matter. But maybe it'll give me the opportunity to put, I actually do have one of the rods that go across for a closet. Maybe I can put that up on there and I can use it to hang some things. Not really sure, but I'll have it there just in case. Everything's up on the shelf. I even have room for a few of the things that I have for that I picked up for my milling machine. It's over here in the corner. I still need to do something like this for it because I've got to, I've got to organize all the things that I have for it because it's over here in the corner. Got nothing. Basically, just everything's everywhere, and I still kind of need some place to be able to put my materials and stuff. I'm thinking about the space in between them. I think might be a good place for it. And possibly put it on casters or something so that I can wheel it out of there just in case I have to access the back of either one of these. But it's really easy to do. Just use existing things that I already had. Of course, you could have used angle iron, you could have used wood, anything you wanted to use to be able to actually make these supports for the shelves. But these shelves are actually made out of the same material that I made a shelf for my son's room. If you like, you can check that out. It'll be on one of these corners here. I'll put the card up there for you. You can check that out. But yeah, this is just everything here I had. Didn't have to buy anything, and I think it looks nice. Definitely a lot more organized than what it was. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more, because I will be having some more. Now that I've got both of them in here ready to go, I will be making some machining videos, both on the milling machine and on this lathe. So hopefully you guys find a lot of it interesting. And if you do see something that maybe I could possibly do better, put that in the comments. If you see any tools or something that maybe I need because I don't have them yet, yeah, let me know that too, because I'm always out on the lookout for new things that can make things easier, or just things that I don't have so that I can actually get something done. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.